I just thank God that there are people like yourself come out to see the American dream, because when I was growing up, I sure didn't think 265 pounds of blue-eyed soul would captivate a country like I have. The people drive me.
All right, here we go. And the roar of the crowd now is for the American dream.
The man of the hour, the man with the power. I am the hit maker, the record breaker, the greatest sports attraction in the world today. The little plumber's son who come out of the ditch and became so sweet.
You know how to give and how to take.
Can you dig it?
You see every hope I locked away. So pull me close and surrender to my heart.
Dusty Rhodes has just become the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. The fans beginning to clamor inside the ring.
So pull me close and surrender to my heart.
I admit I don't look like the athlete of the day supposed to look. My belly's just a little big, my hand is just a little big, but brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad.
So come out, come out, come out. Won't you turn my soul into a raging fire? Come out, come out, come out till we lose control.
The whole crowd was yelling, "We want Dusty."
Into a raging fire.
And hard times are when a man works a job for 30 years, and they give him a watch.
Hey, it don't matter where you gonna be next year, Johnny Damon. There are some weird people here.
I haven't noticed.
So it is a great honor, especially standing here with my brother, to induct our father.
And now I am so proud to present you our father, the American dream, Dusty Rhodes.
If the flame goes out tonight, let your heart be next to mine. For the flame goes out tonight.
We don't have to talk about what I've done or where I've been. You've met my two sons. I'm so proud of them. One thing is for sure, though, when you go back and you look at our industry, you look at passion. The passion I have for this industry is why I'm still here.
In our future years with NXT, the next generation.
Get a dream, hold on to it, and shoot for the sky. I have been to the mountaintop, and it will take a hell of a man to knock me off.
Come out, come out, come out. Won't you turn my soul into a raging fire?
I'm gonna reach out right now. I want you at home to know my hand is touching your hand. Reach it out.
Into a raging fire.
So this is the American dream. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Welcome to NXT, and what a night this is going to be. Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens in our main event, but look at how we're kicking things off.
You soft, you slop. They call me.
There they are.
I'm rolling and dance, riding around, I beat up July. Clothes on the cop, but they are just not. I'm up in the club.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide star, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here,
This is Carmella, and she's hot as hell, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing?
I look good when I'm ready. Yes, something spaghetti. I'm walking the walk, talking the talk, talking soft. I'm a club connoisseur. See me out on the floor, and you getting jelly the way these always be up in the roar. What's up, man? You need a slap of the chin. You soft as a sin.
Smacked off the Skywalker. OG Cass Kenobi. Princess Mella. Handle my lightweights.
You two sweet boys start off thinking you're so charming. Well, it turns out you're nothing but a couple of cheating pigs. You want to use a chick to handle your dirty work? Pathetic. And as for you, little Miss Alexa Bliss, you're about to get disfigured, and dismissed. Bye, Felicia! Bye, Felicia!
Blake and Murphy, well, there's still only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you! S-A-W-S! Wow. Blatant disrespect, and I'm a big fan of it.
And their opponents, the tag team champions of Blake and Murphy and Alexa Bliss. Now this is a six-person tag team matchup. Enzo and Cass and Carmella teaming up against the tag team champs Blake and Murphy and Alexa Bliss. Enzo and Cass and Carmella challenged into this matchup a week ago.
Finally an even playing field where, as Carmella put it, Blake and Murphy can't use Alexa Bliss to do their dirty work.
Or can they?
Oh, it's legal. It's like watching the princess who got brainwashed by the rotten scoundrels.
Obviously, in a six-person tag team match, like Alexa can't be in the ring against Enzo, right?
No, those are the rules of a mixed tag. If Alexa's in the match, Carmella has to be in the match. Hence why it's an even playing field. You can't have Alexa going after Enzo Amore like she did at TakeOver, costing them the opportunity to win the tag team titles.
I would hate to see the beatdown that Alexa Bliss would put on Enzo Amore, just saying.
You listen to what you say sometimes?
Let's see who starts things off. Looks like Enzo. There he is right there.
A very observant crowd here at Full Sail tonight.
Blake starting things off for the tag champs and Alexa Bliss. What are you talking about?
Well, they're chanting at Enzo Amore. The guy's got leopard print hair, and they're saying he looks stupid.
I think they're talking about, Blake.
Every week, Blake and Murphy do come out with some interesting hairdos, but I don't know who's got the more unique hair. The two of them or Enzo, week after week.
Oh, Blake and Murphy remind me of those kids who'd like to just cry, yell, and scream just to get attention. They want people just to talk about them. Doesn't matter what they do as long as people are talking. I think that's the strategy of Blake and Murphy and now Alexa Bliss.
What do we see? Can't help it that he looks good.
Come on, Rich, let's hear a little more of your ingenious, in-depth journalistic commentary about their hair.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You're the pro here. You're the play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
The tag team champions are in the ring, and you're worried about their hair.
Making a comment, that's all.
By the way, have you seen your own hair lately?
You're one to talk.
I mean, I have great hair. Back to the match.
You're messing with the champ, so you
Let's try this one more time, Rich. Back to the match. 6-person tag team match. You got the NXT Tag Team Champions, Blake and Murphy.
I'm sorry, I was listening to Blake Graves.
Yeah, you guys gonna start coming to blows or something? Jeez. Look at Enzo Amore here.
Stepping on the back of one half of the tag team champ.
That's new meaning to Happy Feet. Oh, hey, go Enzo. I see you. I see you.
Whoa! Crossbody cover. Enzo for the victory. Oh, hold on, Big Cass. Get a hold of Murphy.
It's breaking down quick.
Oh, this is what I want to see.
Everybody's involved. It's an all-out brawl.
You knew this was gonna happen.
Double clotheslines. There go the champs.
Enzo and Cass haven't forgotten, either has Carmella. What Blake and Murphy did to them.
Enzo, Cass, and Carmella in control. This matchup continues on NXT.
I was absolutely meant to entertain the world.
I love kickboxing.
All the people believe they're good. I know I'm great.
Find out with the free WWE Tough Enough app. The only way to get the complete experience of this summer's biggest reality competition. Meet the cast, watch exclusive clips, and place your vote live to keep your favorite around and send the rest packing. Download the free WWE Tough Enough app now.
Back on NXT, Enzo Amore in the ring right now against Wesley Blake. 6-person tag team matchup. Blake and Murphy, the tag champs, along with Alexa Bliss. Up against the team of Enzo and Cass and Carmella. Of course, it was Alexa Bliss that cost Enzo and Cass the tag team championships at TakeOver Unstoppable a couple of weeks back.
These guys are so confident. You know, a lot of times you hear people talk about having the it factor, having that intangible that sets you apart from everybody else. Well, Blake and Murphy believe in themselves so highly, they actually call it the Blake and Murphy factor.
Tag made, Blake and Murphy. Fluid action here, look out. Oh! Grinding Enzo down. And we saw in the tag team match at TakeOver Unstoppable, it appeared that the champs were trying to isolate Enzo Amore. Corey Graves, you agreed with that strategy.
Of course, you want to isolate Enzo. Enzo's obviously the smaller of the two. You see when Big Cass is in the ring, he starts wrecking shop. It happens all the time. If you can keep Enzo in there by himself, you got a much better chance of walking out with the tag team.
Clearly they didn't believe in that strategy enough, because they've got a little Alexa Bliss in their corner that actually was the deciding factor in that match.
Nice to see you're awake over there, Saxton.
I'm always awake.
Byron, you're saying that obviously the titles would have changed hands at TakeOver Unstoppable.
I'm not saying they would have changed hands, but I'm saying there's a strong likelihood that they would have. There's a very strong likelihood if Alexa Bliss was not standing on that apron right now aligned with Blake and Murphy, we would have new tag team champions in Enzo Amore and Colin Cassady.
Look at this, Alexa Bliss getting involved.
There you go.
Taking a kick at Enzo.
There's Blake and Murphy in a nutshell. Desperate tactics.
Solid teamwork.
Oh. There's a shot at Big Cass. Hang on. Oh! Enzo out of the way.
There's solid evasion.
Blake dumped to the outside. There's the tag made to Carmella.
Here comes the Staten Island Princess.
Carmella has been waiting since TakeOver Unstoppable to get her hands on Alexa Bliss.
Not to mention Alexa Bliss beat her a few weeks ago.
What'd you call that, Rich, one time? The Staten Island Shuffle?
Yeah. Oh. Hold on, Carmella for the victory. Bliss able to power out. Look at it. Alexa wants out of there.
I don't think Blake was ready to take flight just now. What a big boot. Big Cass taking control. Whoa! Big side slam, and Enzo tagged in. Stand by for a flying Enzo.
Here are your winners, Enzo Amore, Colin Cassady, and Carmella.
So explain that one, Corey. Finally, the odds are evened up. All 6 of these personalities in the ring are look who's standing victorious. Big Cass on a roll here. Watch this. Ooh. Taking out Blake and Murphy single-handedly. And then, if that wasn't enough, how about a little air Enzo? Enzo taken to the sky. And Enzo, Cass, and Carmella pick up the victory.
But at the end of the day, Blake and Murphy are still walking out with Alexa Bliss and those NXT Tag Team Champions.
But for how long?
Well, it was this past Sunday where we saw one of the most highly anticipated rematch as the NXT champion Kevin Owens took on United States champion John Cena. And although Owens was victorious in their first matchup, it would be Cena who came out the winner at Money in the Bank. The leader of the C Nation showed respect to our NXT champion after the match, but Owens shocked the world by attacking Cena and powerbombing him to the side of the ring, leaving the U.S. champion down, similar to how Sami Zayn was injured at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. Cena may have picked up the victory at Money in the Bank, but Kevin Owens continued to prove he's a force to be reckoned with.
First of all, Samoa Joe, welcome to NXT. Now tonight you face the NXT champion, Kevin Owens. Is he the reason you came here?
Well, you see, that's a complex question. You see, I've always prided myself in competing in places that were on the cutting edge, places that were set to take over, places that were on fire and the talk of the world. And when I put those criteria together, well, that perfectly described NXT. Now, as for Kevin Owens, well, I just don't like him. You see, because Kevin Owens is the type of man who likes to make statements through intimidation. He likes to show his opponents what they can fear will happen to them in the ring. He likes to show his opponents what he's capable of, what he could possibly do to them in the ring if they were to face him. But intimidation is a tactic of the weak. Intimidation is a tactic of the cowardly. Intimidation is the tactic of a man who doesn't want to fight. So to the prize fighter tonight, your NXT World Heavyweight Champion, I will make my own statement. I will walk into that ring and I will beat down Kevin Owens unmercifully.
Up next, we will take a very special look at the #1 contender to the NXT Championship, Finn Balor. Don't go anywhere.
A shocking arrival and an unexpected challenge.
Get in this ring and give the world the fight they want to see.
You can't just walk in here and get an NXT title match. You have to earn those things.
But NXT GM William Regal has the final say.
Samoa Joe definitely hasn't earned the right to a title shot, but he has earned the right to fight. And so next week, Kevin Owens, you will face Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, NXT tonight.
What a main event we have tonight as NXT champion Kevin Owens battles Samoa Joe. And speaking of the NXT Championship, right now let's take a closer look at #1 contender Finn Balor.
First question.
Oh, first question. Here we go.
Who is Fergal Devitt?
For the camera, can you just state your name and spell it, please?
My name is Fergal Devitt, Fergaldevitt.
All right.
Fergal Devitt is a boy from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland. Grew up in a seaside town. I had 3 brothers, 1 sister. Still have them all. And parents still happily married. Had a very happy childhood.
You can see then how Fergal became the way he is, because you've got that hard work ethic that he got from his father, and then just that heart that he got from his mother.
My mother was a housewife, stay-at-home housewife. You know, she had her hands full. And my dad started out as a platform sweep at the train station, and over the years managed to work his way all the way up to a head engineer of the Irish Rail train company. He started from the bottom and worked his way up, and you know, that's a big inspiring story for me too. You know, I think it's helped me become the person I am now.
Coming to you just in time for Memorial Day, it's WWF Superstars!
WWE came on the TV in Ireland on Sky, Superstars on a Saturday morning. I was sitting at home watching Ultimate Warrior or Undertaker, you know, do what they do, and you know, I was suckered in then, and it's something that, you know, I could never kind of shake. Obviously, pro wrestling was like a huge part of my childhood. I remember in careers class, we'd be asked, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you know, they'd get to me and I'd say, I want to be a wrestler. You know, I seemed to be the black sheep, the one that kind of went against the grain and decided to pursue pro wrestling. Well, it wasn't something that I, you know, will I, won't I. It was just something that I literally had to do. For me, normal was never going to be good enough. You know, I knew what I wanted to do, and I really felt like it was the only business that I was ever going to get into, and whether I was going to be a wrestler or not, I was going to get into it, like, you know, one way or another.
You know, they say some people are born into this and some people are born to do this. Fergal was born to do this.
Pound for pound, he has been called the best wrestler in the world today.
As I was kind of chasing a dream,
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner,
I was becoming focused on being the best technical wrestler I could come, study my craft. You know, I'll be able to go home to Ireland, to the NWA Ireland gym, and show the boys everything, you know, that I've learned, and, you know, help build the Irish wrestling scene.
Well, without Fergal, there wouldn't be a Becky Lynch. And I remember I read a quote not too long ago, and it said, just imagine how your life would be if you didn't meet the one person that changed everything. And for me, that was Fergal, because like, sorry, like, if he never opened that school in Bray, then I wouldn't be living my dream right now. And I wouldn't. He's the reason I'm here. To say he changed my life, he saved my life, I can't thank him enough.
How old were you at the time?
15. Told you I was 17.
I know, yeah.
I figured if I told you I was 17, you wouldn't ask me for ID.
Yeah.
But if I said that I was 16, you might.
Yeah.
So I said I was 17.
Wow.
My brother was going to go over to England because there was no wrestling schools in Ireland at the time, you see. But then we found out that they were going to be opening a school in Ireland, and we went on the website and we saw the Irish wrestlers, and it was Fergal Devitt and Paul Tracy. So it's like, okay, these are the guys that are going to be opening the school.
Obviously, I was in no position in my eyes to be coaching people at such a young age.
I think he was only 20 at the time. But God love him. God love him. When I tell you I was bad, I was bad. And he had all the patience in the world, and he knew how much I wanted to do it, and he was amazing.
I honestly can't take any credit for training Becky Lynch. You know, she was someone who had it from the day she walked in the door. She had it maybe a long time before that, and it was just she had to get it out of herself. Seeing Becky from where she started to where she is today, you know, it's an amazing story for her.
He's the most down-to-earth, humble guy that you have ever met in your entire life. And I think I always knew he was just going to be a star.
No one flies better than Fergal Devitt. Oh my God!
He was just born to do this, and this is what he loves. Everybody wanted to be like him. He had that passion, he had that ability, he had that body, and he just had everything.
It wasn't about money, it wasn't about fame, it wasn't about success. It was just about, you know, studying my craft of wrestling. And I felt like that my kind of improvement had kind of started to taper off. And I felt that it was time for me to expand my own horizons and kind of go on a journey.
Fergal Devitt, the hottest free agent in pro wrestling today. That man could be on any wrestling card he wanted.
It just so happened that there was a visit from the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he watched one of my matches, and he must have liked what he's seen because he invited me to train at the dojo in Tokyo.
I don't want him to go. I don't want him to go.
This is not good, boy. This is just see you later.
Although it was difficult to leave my life and my friends behind, I realized that I needed a new challenge. And it wasn't a difficult decision because it was something that I not only wanted to do, but I had to do because I had to prove it to myself that I was good enough.
Well, next week we'll get to see part 2 of our in-depth look at Finn Balor. But tonight we've got more to get to, and up next, former NXT Women's Champion Charlotte is in action. Stay put.
What happens when the director of Jackass and Bad Grandpa meets the world of WWE?
Top 10 most shocking WrestleMania moments.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Show.
Ah, damn it! Damn it! Enzo Amore.
I'm gonna have to ask you to cool off.
Hit sweet Jesus!
Sorry.
That's all right, baby.
You get swerved.
You got swerved! Oh, come on.
You're watching WWE. Seriously, what's going on?
Welcome back to NXT. The following contest is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte.
I want to take you back to 3 weeks ago here on NXT. Emma and Dana Brooke ganging up on Charlotte, who tried to come out to even the odds to help out her friend Bayley, Byron Saxton, and who knows what Emma and Dana have cooked up here, but certainly they've come together and been quite the force.
Well, Charlotte firmly believes that iron sharpens iron, and what that means is that Charlotte is poised and she is ready for whatever Dana Brooke or whomever brings her way.
Charlotte wasting no time getting right to work here.
One-on-one against one of the new recruits at the WWE Performance Center, Cassie.
Now, Charlotte has never been shy about the fact that she wants to put this NXT women's division on the map.
I'd say she's done that pretty well, Saxton. Her, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, all of them. I'd say our Divas division is definitely on the map.
NXT Women's Champion. And genetically superior, if you're keeping track.
Saxon, I always see you camped outside of the girls' locker room. What do you know about Cassie?
Well, Cassie is a newest addition here to our NXT Women's roster. You know, I talked to her earlier today, and she was actually very much looking forward to taking on Charlotte because she's like, listen, I respect Charlotte. She's a former champion, and whatever I can learn, let alone perhaps defeat Charlotte, I can benefit from.
Look out, Cassie going for the victory, and Charlotte able to power out. Talk about learning. Cassie certainly has a wealth of people to learn from at the Performance Center.
Whoa!
Look at that.
Great athleticism.
Oh, look out.
She was going for a monkey flip there.
Oh!
What a boot.
I thought for a few moments there we might see an upset.
Charlotte down for the cover.
Charlotte's going to try to make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh, look at this. Shades of dad there.
Here's Charlotte, the daughter of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Oh.
Oh, man.
Raw power by Charlotte.
Answer me. You want me to stop it?
Charlotte has never has an issue tapping into that more intense side of her personality.
That's showing so far for Cassie here. Charlotte lining her up. Oh, cross body, cover. Charlotte able to kick out. Look at this. Charlotte bridging. That was impressive.
You gotta remember every outing for Charlotte or even Cassie is, in her case, is an opportunity to state your claim. To challenge.
What a spear.
To challenge the women's champion, Sasha Banks. But right now, Charlotte has everything working in her favor.
Shades of the Nature Boy. Figure four locked in, and Charlotte set to bridge. There it is. Calls it the figure eight.
Because it's twice as good as her daddy's.
Here is your winner by submission, Charlotte.
Charlotte never ceases to impress. I'm sure she would love nothing more. Oh, hold on, watch this again. Watch Charlotte. Just try to dismantle Cassie here. And it doesn't get much better.
Ooh, what a spear. A huge impact by Charlotte.
And if that wasn't enough, the bridge of the figure eight. And Corey, why is it called the figure eight?
Because it's twice as good as her daddy's used to be. It's hard to argue with.
Byron, like you're about to say, no doubt Charlotte can't wait to get her hands on Dana Brooke and Emma. Well, speaking of Dana Brooke, she's standing by backstage right now with our broadcast colleague, Devin Taylor.
Dana, we haven't seen you the past couple weeks.
First, please address me by Miss Brooke. Actually, no. Misunderstood. Because at TakeOver, they referred to me as a former fitness competitor, which no, I am currently a fitness competitor who has been busy competing in the Arnold Classic Brazil. Yeah, I know, big deal. But now I'm back, which is perfect for all my fans, but is so bad for Charlotte. Because the last time I faced Charlotte, I left her lying in the middle of the ring.
she needs to understand something. Charlotte is being replaced by the total diva. And some people earn their way into NXT, while others use their family to get through that door. So Charlotte, do not misunderstand when I tell you this. I will shove you right out that same door and slam it shut. Oh, and Devin?
Yeah?
I actually realized something. I really miss doing this.
Well, it's time for our main event. Samoa Joe and NXT champion Kevin Owens go one-on-one next.
We are always at war with ourselves. We hide behind these costumes, these facades. I am the Demon King. Is this really who we are? You can't stop. Or are we just trying to hide what we have become? Let me out, the demon within.
It is time for our main event. We've been waiting for this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Rideau, Quebec, Canada, weighing 266 pounds, he is the NXT champion, Kevin Owens!
Tell you what, guys, this is a main event anywhere on the planet, and we're about to see it. And what's interesting to me is that Kevin Owens, he didn't want this match. It was General Manager William Regal who made this match for Kevin Owens. He said, yeah, you don't have to put your title on the line, but the man you're about to face, he deserves a fight.
And his opponent from Huntington Beach, California, weighing 282 pounds, Samoa Joe!
Kevin Owens had joined us on commentary during Samoa Joe's NXT debut. Joe called out the NXT champion. He said, Byron, the champ Kevin Owens didn't want anything to do with it. As usual, Owens saying he'd fight on his own terms.
Yeah, Kevin actually called Samoa Joe a rookie here in NXT who can't just walk in here and get himself a title match.
Samoa Joe going right after Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's right in his face. And if you know anything about Samoa Joe's history, the reason why he became such a huge name all over the world, it's this attitude, this in-your-face attitude, back down from no one.
Samoa Joe has competed around the globe. Corey, I understand you've battled Samoa Joe in the past.
I had the displeasure of stepping in the ring with him once, and not an encounter I look upon fondly. But Samoa Joe, I've got all the respect in the world for. This guy moves. He is so agile, so fast, so accurate.
The champ is here!
Unbelievable. There's some matches you never think you're going to see in NXT, and here's one of them
Look
right
at
here.
Joe. Look at Joe on the leash on Kevin Owens. Pummeling away at the NXT champion. Joe said this is the fight that the world wants to see, and he's bringing it to Owens. Something we thought we would never see at NXT, Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. A lot of people believe if there is anyone walking this planet today who can match Kevin Owens in his intensity, in his style, Samoa Joe is that man. Oh! Samoa Joe, 6'2", nearly 300 pounds. Barreling into Kevin Owens.
Smart strategy by Owens.
Oh!
Got the smallest open. Oh!
Here comes Joe! Whoa! Wow! That's what Samoa Joe brings to the table.
Look at the intensity on the face of Samoa Joe. Let's take another look at this. Nearly 300 pounds propelling across the ring, and a kick for good measure.
That is disturbing agility for a man his size.
I told you, this guy moves like a man a fraction of his size. He's quick, he's intense, he's fast, and he is dangerous.
Look at this. Oh no. Here comes Joe! Wow! Samoa Joe, perhaps more than anybody else here at NXT, matching the intensity and the brutality of Kevin Owens. And the champion is on the run. Kevin Owens looks shocked.
Let's get busy, yeah, who's with me? All these lights and they oh so pretty. Just one night to live like kids. See, I'm on fire and it's my city. Let's get busy, come on, who's with me? All these lights and they oh so pretty. Just one night to live like kids. See, I'm on fire and it's my city. One.
Back in our main event this week on NXT, Kevin Owens, the NXT champion, up against Samoa Joe. And
Come on, Kevin, up the rope. Let's
as
go.
we went to break, we saw Kevin Owens on the run, and Corey, nobody's put Owens on the run like that before, have they?
Absolutely not. Kevin Owens has never been on the defensive like that. Dare I say, Samoa Joe showing a little bit of disrespect with the repeated kicks to the face in the corner. Nobody has done this to Kevin Owens before.
And Owens has regained control, and look out, here comes the champ, corner cannonball! As dangerous and as agile Samoa Joe is, Kevin Owens meets him right there. These are two competitors, as you said, who are deceptively agile, can move around the ring with such grace. Ooh. Big senton by Kevin Owens, down for the cover.
He just kicked out at one. I don't think I've ever seen anyone kick out of that at one count.
Now here's what Kevin Owens loves to do.
Come on, Joe, what'd he say, huh?
Grind you down. We've seen him do it to so many people.
He does it well. It's been effective. Stick with what works. But will it work against Samoa Joe?
Can't forget what Kevin Owens said a couple weeks ago. He said, if I have the opportunity, I would drop Samoa Joe inside that ring. And now he's got to back it up.
Come on, Joe.
Owens saying he wanted to do to Samoa Joe what he's done to so many others, including Sami Zayn,
Come on, Joe, what'd he say, huh?
Alex Riley. Wanting to stretcher Samoa Joe out of the building tonight. Corey, what does Samoa Joe need to do at this point of the matchup?
He needs to break the hold, plain and simple. Owens is grinding him down, but there's not going to be a lot of oxygen left inside of Joe.
Joe can get to his feet, get back in this, try to pick up the intensity, turn things around on Owens, pick up the pace.
Definitely.
That's what we're seeing right now. Joe creating significant separation, and Joe's on the move. Oh! Owens counters with the back elbow. Down for the cover. Champ trying to put away Samoa Joe.
Owens going back to this strategy. We've seen it time and time again because it works. Just grinding Samoa Joe down to the ground.
To Owens' credit, he's had to kind of adjust his normally hard-hitting style here and resorting to just trying to wear down Joe, which is working.
You can't take away any credit from Kevin Owens. He's a world-class competitor. He knows what he's doing in between the ring. He might be a little unorthodox. He might be different from everybody else we have, but the guy knows what he's doing.
Owens squeezing Samoa Joe, squeezing the breath right out of him.
Joe's starting to fade here. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be able to last in this predicament.
So how do you counter this, Corey?
You have to somehow break the grip, first of all. Owens has a nice deep grip, nice tight grip. That's where it all starts. You need to get that elbow from underneath your chin. It's incredibly hard. Just to get your fingertips inside underneath that arm to pry that open is next to impossible, especially with a man the size of Kevin Owens leaning on him.
I almost feel like Joe's just trying to dig deep and find something he can call upon to break this hold.
Joe back to a vertical base. He's got some life left in him.
This is what you don't want if you're Kevin Owens.
Oh, and Owens connects with the knee to the gut.
That's right, big boy. That's right. Get up.
Does Kevin Owens respect anyone?
This is my house.
He doesn't have to. He's the NXT champion. He's the biggest dog in the yard right now.
Oh, look at that counter by Joe.
Oh, Joe's got second win. Returning the favor.
Answering the earlier senton. Kevin Owens now gasping for breath.
This could be Joe's moment right now.
Wow! That could be enough. And Owens gets the right shoulder up at 2.
Both these men have taken so much out of each other.
Let's look at this one more time.
And despite all the punishment that Samoa Joe has taken, has still had the agility, and the wherewithal, and the ability to strike Kevin Owens like he did. And uh-oh.
Owens countering.
Owens sensed that could have been the beginning of the end.
Oh!
Samoa Joe just spiking the champion into the mat, and this is a great strategy. Maybe it's desperation, but it's what Kevin Owens needs to do to walk out of this fight.
And again, Kevin Owens perhaps retreating a little bit, going outside the ring. Oh!
Or he was laying a plan. He promised he was gonna do it. He promised he was gonna send Joe out on a stretcher.
Yeah, but can he get him up?
Joe answering back.
Come on, break it up, back in the ring, let's go. Hey, come on. Hey, get it back in the ring, Joe, let's go.
Kevin Owens looking to...
Hey, that's enough, let's go. Come on.
No! Oh my goodness!
Referee caught in between these two. Nothing's gonna stop these two.
Referee calling for the bell. Kevin Owens wanted to powerbomb Samoa Joe on the ring apron. And this is just...
It's a fight. It's a pure, absolute fight.
Hey, give me some reps out here. Give me some reps.
Samoa Joe pounding away at the NXT champion.
Joe, get off of him, Joe, we're done.
Owens is back to his feet. He's not done throwing hands either.
4 referees trying to separate these two. Look out, here comes Samoa Joe back into the ring.
Round 2.
This has turned into an all-out brawl. Here comes security. What's it going to take to separate these two?
Obviously a lot more people than are in the ring right now.
I think this is quickly becoming a real personal issue between Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe.
I'd say that in some ways we didn't expect this, Corey.
I'm not disappointed either. I kind of agree with the crowd. Let them fight.
Owens still firing shots in on Joe. Joe countering back now. Can't keep these guys separated.
Come on. All the way out of here. Come on. Get to the back. The champ!